Hello, social media friends. I'm Viridiana Marquez with DRB Media Communications Digital News, and Danny Barrera has the story.
Ector County ISD hosted a ribbon-cutting ceremony at Odessa High School to unveil the new planetarium. In 1969, Odessa High School was part of the space movement when Apollo 11's lunar module landed on the moon. Around that year, a science wing was added to OHS and an observatory was built on top of the high school's roof.
Space, it was really the new horizon back in 1969 as, the United States was among the first countries in the world to begin to explore just the outermost, or really the areas of space that were closest to the Earth. The moon was a new discovery. But fast forward today in 2021, and we have satellites hovering over the Earth. In fact, hovering over Ector County, providing high-speed broadband to our families. And then just to think about the Hubble telescope, bringing a vision of space and beyond to our students, to our staff and our community. And now we have our own opportunity through the observatory for our kids to look for themselves into the outskirts of space and begin to explore and better understand all that is space.
After several years post-1969, the telescopes stopped working and were out of commission, and the observatory was closed. In 2020, the observatory was rediscovered by workers working on the roof at Odessa High School.
Many of the employees at Odessa High School had forgotten about this amazing observatory, and so it wasn't until some roofers were putting a new roof on Odessa High School that they came upon the observatory and made a phone call to the principal. Hey, would you like us to cover up this observatory, or do you plan to use it again? And he had never heard of it. And so again, through conversations with former staff members and current staff members, they rediscovered the observatory, and then now we've reinvested.
The Innovation Department at ECISD, Odessa High School, the Education Foundation, the Astronomy Club, and Chevron began the process of seeking funding for renovations for the forgotten time capsule.
The reopening of the observatory is an effort not only on the part of the school system, but a variety of volunteers within our own community. We have individuals that live within Ector County and beyond that are astronomers themselves and own their own telescopes and been doing this work for many years. They volunteered their time. We painted a new mural inside the observatory, and that was done by a local artist here in the city of Odessa. Chevron provided all of the funding for not only the refurbishment of the current telescopes, but also the purchase of a brand new state-of-the-art telescope that we'll be using. So we're deeply appreciative.
The observatory will be made available to students very soon, and the planetarium portion of the observatory will be used not only for astronomy, but for instruction in other core subjects as well.
I think all of our students are going to realize how special this is, because many of them have never had this experience before. A planetarium, a brand new experience for many of the students in ECISD, and now they have one in their backyard that they'll get to use on a regular basis. Most of our students have probably never been on the roof of their school, and so that's going to be an interesting piece for kids as well. But then to gaze their eyes into a telescope, and these are not consumer-made telescopes. These are high-quality professional telescopes that our kids will have access to. They are state-of-the-art tools that kids elementary, middle school, and high school have access to in ECISD.
For DRB Media Communications Digital News, Danny Barrera.
Thank you for following us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Also at DannyVisionEntertainment.com and at DRB Media Communications Digital News.tv. For DRB Media Communications Digital News, Viridiana Marquez.